It also towers over an assembly of faux Greek esplanades and avenues, the outsized legacy of a former regional president, Georges Frêche.
Esplanade is a long, open, level area, oftentimes by the sea, where people can walk for pleasure. It's similar to the idea of a promenade, but promenade can also be used as a verb to go for a promenade, which is just a fancy way of saying going for a walk, where an esplanade largely just refers to the area where the people walk. For example, a boardwalk is a good example of an esplanade. Oftentimes cities will have a park and maybe some particular walk where everything's all wide and everybody kind of goes to show off. So that would be an esplanade. So in this context, the building towers over the assembly of faux green esplanades and avenues. In this case, the esplanade is an area where people walk. New Orleans is very famous for quite a number of esplanades. They even have a street called the Esplanade Avenue, where people would gather on Sunday and walk from one end of the street to the other and then walk back, all dressed up in their nice clothes on Sunday afternoons. The city of Chicago is attempting to put together a series of esplanades along the Chicago River. The Chicago River has previously been rejected, and now they're trying to bring it back into the city by making it a very attractive place for people to go for a walk. Other cities are engaged in similar projects where they have access to a river or a lake or some nice open park area.
French public sector jobs are protected, so there will be no headcount cull after the merger.
Headcount refers to the number of heads or people in an organization or attending an event. So, for example, you might say that the company has a head count of 20,000 people, or the boss might say, unfortunately, we're going to have to reduce our head count, which is another way of saying that they have to lay people off. Head count can also refer to the number of people attending a party or a dinner, especially if these people have to be paid for. For example, a sit-down dinner at $50 a plate or $100 a plate. The person that's putting on the party is going to want to have a pretty exact head count of everybody that is going to the party. So in this context, French public sector jobs are protected, so there will be no headcount cull after the merger, which means that the organization is not going to lay anybody off because all of the jobs are protected by law. The idea of the U.S. Census is to try to get a head count of the entire country. So they have all these people running around, and people are supposed to fill out these forms. And by counting all of the people in the country, the government is able to get a better idea about how to allocate goods and services. A lot of organizations are trying to reduce their full-time headcount as a way of controlling healthcare costs. If they employ people part-time, then they don't have to pay health insurance for them. So for the corporations, that's a good thing.
That's all for today. Tom Taylor is an ESL tutor. He teaches English in the United States and outside, all over the world using Skype. He can be reached at his website, which is
ESL-fullsteamahead.com.
click on this link and check out his website and email with questions. Thank you, Tom, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.